Hello, and welcome to Mr. Burgos' channel. Today we're going to be talking about Chapter 4, Forces and Newton's Law of Motion. We're going to be focusing on Section 1, which is the concepts of force and mass. So what is a force? A force is a push or a pull. When you push a door, you're applying a force to the door in order for it to open. And when you pull an object, you're applying a force as well. So there are two types of forces. A contact force, which is a physical contact between an object and an outside force. What does this mean? This means that there is an outside force which is applying either a push or a pull on another object. Let's look at these examples. There's a boat which is pulling a water skier around a lake. So the outside force would be the boat, which is applying a force by pulling the other object, which would be the water skier. Another example would be this basketball player who is shooting his ball into the net. The force is being applied by the basketball player. The other type of force is a non-contact force, which is a force acting on an object without physical contact. How does this happen? How can someone or something push or pull another object without physically touching him or it? Well, think of gravity. Gravity does not touch us, or we don't feel it, but it's still pulling us down constantly every single day, every single second. So gravity is a non-contact force. So is electricity, and the protons and neutrons inside atoms, which are pulling each other in order to create that bond that they have. A force is a vector. A vector has magnitude and direction. Thus, a force also has magnitude and direction. So when we write force, we need to show arrows to show the direction in which it is going, either if it's positive or if it's negative. And these arrows have lengths, and the lengths are directly proportional to the magnitude and strength of the force. Which means when you're drawing these arrows, you need to make sure that you draw them accurately in order to represent the magnitude and its strength. Now we're going to show the comparison between mass and force. They're similar because think of this boulder. This boulder is rolling down and it's going to hit a wall. This boulder has a very big mass, thus the damage it's going to do to the wall is going to be very severe. But if you think of this little pebble, the mass is not that large, and the force it applies on the wall won't be that severe as the boulder. Thus, it has a smaller mass and a smaller force. The boulder will have a larger force. We will be able to understand more of this relationship through Newton's laws of motion. These laws of motion, there are 3 of them, and they provide the basis understanding of the effect the forces have on objects. So I will be talking more about Newton's laws in the next video. So please subscribe!